I want to introduce myself. My name is Shirley Yang. I'm head of community for Braintrust, and I've been with the company since January, or actually February of 2020. And today we're going to be covering the Braintrust mission, clients, jobs, what the community offers, governance, product, marketing updates, and of course, how you can participate as owners of the network. To kickstart, let's talk about the Braintrust mission. And who better to tell us what that is than our co-founders, Adam Jackson and Gabe Luna Ostaseski. Please take it away.
Hey, everybody. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Great to see you. I'm Adam Jackson, co-founder here at Braintrust. I want to talk a little bit about our mission here, why we're doing this. So Gabe and I founded this network because we've been building two-sided marketplaces and investing in them our entire careers and realized the model is flawed. Users do all the work to build to build the network, and then they end up becoming the product themselves. Companies extract tons of value from these networks, usually in the form of fees. Some talent networks even consider their users' reputation and work history their intellectual property. It's kind of messed up. So our fundamental belief here at Braintrust is that the next generation of marketplaces will be decentralized and owned by their communities. And that's what Braintrust is. This is a new form of network ownership and control that is powered by a new technology, and that's blockchain. Blockchain tech is all about replacing the middlemen who have traditionally extract tons of value from their networks. Think about the gig economy companies like Uber, DoorDash, and then talent marketplaces like Upwork and Fiverr, and replace those centrally controlled middlemen with software that allows people who make their living on the network to also control the future of the network and take all that value that was extracted by the middleman and give it back to the people who actually build the network and do the work. And so I'm going to hand it over to Gabe, my co-founder, to talk a little bit more about this. Gabe, are you with us? Maybe on mute. There he is, still on mute. Thanks, Gabe, for being really prepared for this today. Appreciate that.
Well, Gabe does that.
There we go. Sorry, my screen went down. My screen went totally black and went down there for a second. So sorry about that, everyone. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. But if it does, Adam Jackson has heard this story many, many times and can easily fill my shoes. So this story, I think, makes a lot more sense now. Back in, I guess, 2018, when Adam and I were first raising the capital for this, it was like crypto winter, right? And we did 120 pitch meetings with venture capitalists to talk about this next generation of marketplaces. And vast majority of them turned us down, but we were fortunate to raise a seed round and have continued to build since then and shown and actually proven that this model not only is better for people, but it's actually better for business. So over the course of these past couple of years, we've onboarded hundreds of enterprises and even government agencies ranging from NASA, Nestle, Porsche, a lot of the names that you guys see today. And these companies are coming to this talent network because they know that they can find the best quality people and also that the incentives are aligned, that there's not a middleman that's essentially extracting disproportionate fees out of the middle. So the idea here of this Web 3.0 or decentralized talent network is pretty simple. Rather than extract maximum amount of fees from your users, we drop those fees down to zero. So talent pays 0% fees on the work that they do on the platform. And in addition to that, rather than consolidating power and ownership and control, like many Silicon Valley companies do, we actually want to decentralize that power and ownership and control. So over 60% of the network, of the tokens in the network, will actually be used by the users and used to govern and help run the network as we continue to grow. So at the end of the day, like what we're trying to do is both shift how value gets distributed and also shift the balance of power back to the people that make their livings on these platforms. And so I just want to thank all of you for trusting us in the early days. And I wanted you to understand where we're coming from and why we're doing this. It's all about creating a future that's more fair and equitable for all the network participants. So thank you guys all for joining us.
Thank you, Gabe. And with that said, we have some really exciting news. The token currently represents ownership and control over the network. And we are planning on publicly launching our token very soon, sometime this year. And for those of you who are token holders right now, I encourage you to join our token launch conversation, where we'll tell you what this means to you when we publicly launch, and happy to answer any questions that you have. As I know, crypto may not be a familiar topic to everyone. So please join us Monday, August 23rd at 11 a.m. Pacific time, and RSVP through the Luma link in chat to find out more. And with the token publicly launching, we're going to get higher visibility. People will be talking about us more. And so we want to make sure that everyone stays safe on the platform. Your safety is really important to us in the community, making sure that you're getting the most accurate information only from the core team. And when we say core team, we mean officially a Braintrust team here that you're seeing, as well as communications that we give out to you through various channels. And so to be super clear, let's make sure whenever you get inbounds asking for information or communication, to always check if it's an email, make sure it's from usebraintrust.com. That's our official domain. And on Discord, the core team members will have a role called Braintrust Core Team with a star next to it. And so you can see on the slide, Annalie has that badge. So if people are pinging you on Discord, and saying that they're a core team member, you can always verify through that badge. On Twitter, sometimes we'll reach out to you if you're tweeting at us. We will respond, we'll engage. We love it that you're talking about us on Twitter. And make sure our handles, you verify our handles. It's use Braintrust. Adams is Adam Jackson SF, and Gabe is Gabe Unao. Okay. And finally, we also talk to you a lot through newsletters. This is sent through me, Shirley, at usebraintrust.com. And there are various replies. It may be from the talent team or the recruiting team, but the goal here is to make sure that you check the domain is always usebraintrust.com. All right, thank you. If you have any questions, of course, you can ask me. The best way is, if you have any doubts, any suspicion, just forward to myself or Annalie, and we can always verify for you. Without further ado, I'd love to turn it over to Patrick.
Thank you, Shirley. Hey guys, great to be with you all today. I know most of you are probably used to seeing Grady's handsome face, but you're stuck with the older version of Grady today. So great to see you guys here. It's awesome to have such a big crowd. We're continuing to see just incredible demand from our client base. Even through the summer, you think summer would slow down. It really hasn't. And we're continue to see more jobs get added. We were a little flat from June to July, but if you remember from our last meeting, June was nearly 2x of what May was. So we're averaging about 40 new jobs a week in July. And that's really being driven by a couple of things. Number one, we've got a ton of repeat customers. So we're still proud of this metric that everybody that, 100% of the companies that post one job on the platform always end up posting a second, right? That's the way we operate. And that's the history and the type of reputation we put in place. It's pretty awesome. And we're also seeing an increase in the number of roles that clients are posting at one time. So I'm sure you guys have been following the new jobs on Braintrust channel on Discord, but clients like Goldman, Citi, Ceridian, they're not coming to us with just one job at a time. They're coming to us with 5, 6, 7 roles all at once. And we're also starting to see those roles spread across more product lines. So, we've also heard feedback around design roles, product management roles, not just focusing on engineering. We're starting to see a lot of that start to ramp up, and we're getting much more diverse product profiles as well. So all very, very positive things in terms of trajectory. From a fill perspective, which is a very important metric that we monitor all the time, it continues to go up month over month. And the beginning of the year, we were sitting in kind of the mid 30% range. This last quarter, we were up at 45%, which is just a significant increase, and just a big shout out to our talent matching team and our sourcing team, who's been working extremely hard to bring in talent and to bring in talented people like you guys to help us fill these roles. That's what it comes down to, is you guys are the ones bringing the skills to help us connect these clients with great projects. So great effort on all sides. Aside from being able to get talent onboarded faster, we're also really working very hard to coach our clients. And I've seen the discussions on Discord around global roles and geographic needs and then time zone restrictions. We're really starting to see a trend where clients are starting to realize that they can't just keep things within a certain narrow path. They're having to open up and start thinking about things differently. So that is going to continue to improve, and you have our commitment on the sales and matching side that we're going to continue to be transparent and honest with clients about this, right? We're not pulling any punches. If they want to open up the pool to higher skill sets, they're going to have to start looking outside of the US-Canada borders. So more to come on that. But kind of on the roadmap in terms of the next big push from a matching and fill rate perspective is improved matching via the product, right? So we're trying to get better at how the platform will actually match jobs to talent. So stay tuned to more of that. Sharina, not trying to commit you to anything, but that's now on the roadmap. So from a look back in July, we had 33 different companies that made hires. And we also look at the balance of those hires in terms of which divisions and what that makeup looks like. And if you look at the previous month, and the previous quarter, the makeup really was split between kind of our large enterprise segment and our small and medium business segment, right? So for the last quarter, it was right around 47% of those hires were coming from enterprise, and 53% of those were coming from SMB. Well, we've seen an incredibly huge shift towards the enterprise, right? And so now that mix looks more like 75% enterprises hiring versus 25% SMBs hiring. So you're starting to see a lot of these larger organizations really come at us with demand, and they're hiring. So that's a great thing for everybody, because we're building this network for the enterprise, right? We're building this network to connect you guys with companies that usually can't find this talent and can't compete for this talent. So it's a value proposition on both sides. Some of the high logos that were hired for last month: Athena Health, Ceridian, Guardian Life, American Eagle, Medable, Porsche, TaskRabbit, PacLife, Nestle, Citigroup, IBM, and just the dozens of amazing startups, right? And I continue. I've been in sales for 20 years, and I can remember the days where I wish I had these logos to talk to, and these logos are coming to us, which is just an amazing, amazing thing. So we're very proud of this, and you guys should be proud of some of these projects you guys are taking on with some of these companies, because it really is kind of the who's who of the Fortune 500. One other interesting fact that we keep track of on a monthly basis is our contract churn. So how many contracts actually come to an end versus how many contracts we book every month and bring online. And our churn rate last month was 8%, and which is the lowest month we've had up to date this year. Which means we only had 88% of the actual billings fall off versus the amount of billings we had actually come on and go live for last month. So that means our clients are extending contracts further. So if they sign a 6-month contract with a freelancer, they decide to extend that for 3 to 6 months. So that's a great thing. That's a testament to the work that's being done. That's a testament to you guys in terms of the quality of the work you're producing. The clients want to keep working with you. And we're seeing a lot of repeat hires where we have one project come to an end and they come back to the same person. Hey, is so-and-so available? Can we have them again for another 3-month project? Again, a testament to the work that you guys are doing on the network. So thank you guys for helping us sell more deals because of the work that you're doing. And lastly, before I pass it off to Shirley, we've got a lot of logos in the pipeline that are either just getting ramped or that we're in the final stages with. So companies like MasterCard, Salesforce, LinkedIn, Red Hat, Freedom Financial, Ford, WeWork, Twitter, Cisco. We've got several partners that are coming online with Kelly Services and Fulcrum Workforce Solutions, who are helping us bring logos like IBM, Kellogg's, BP, Intel, and a lot more. So, I mean, those again are some logos that a lot of companies would kill for, and we're actually adding value in a very, 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 very impactful way, thanks to you guys. So, anyway, keep up the great work, everybody. Really appreciate everything you guys are doing. We're working incredibly hard to try to bring you guys great projects to choose from. We're continuing to see hourly rates go up, which is great for you guys as well. So the average contract size keeps going up. But thank you guys so much. And Shirley, I will pass it back to you.
Thank you, Patrick. We love your updates just as much as we like Brady's. And I want to say hats off to the sales team. They work so hard to bring these logos to our doorsteps, so that the idea is, hey, forget, you don't have to hunt. We bring it to your door and then you pick the projects that you're interested in. Since 2019, summer of 2019, we posted our first job. There's been more than 1,000 opportunities posted on the platform, and freelancers are making millions a month on Braintrust. And this is all into freelancers' pockets as we take 0% from the talent side. So amazing job, guys. So proud of you. Next is my favorite topic, community. My headline today is Welcome Annalie. Everyone already knows her probably, but she joins us as our new community lead. She comes from a wealth of knowledge in building communities for both blockchain and freelance worlds. So please feel free to talk to her. She wants to be your best friend. Find her on Discord. We're here to help. And that said, I also want to call out other community leaders and contributors to the network. You are all owners, and this list is no way comprehensive of everyone that's contributing, but I want to specifically do a shout out to Crystal. I'm always thinking of you, Chad, Amon, Per Birch, Edward, Daniel, Suzu, Thomas Conti, Andrew, Amit Gol, Anthony Daga, Dima Cruz. You guys are incredible. Without you, we're not going to be here. And you screen talent every day to make sure you get to decide who gets into the Braintrust network. You contribute to our Discord, inspiring and uplift the rest of the community with interesting topics that people are interested in. You refer talent, refer really I want to say worldly people into the network of your same caliber to be able to attract the amazing clients that we have. So thank you so much for continuing to build a network with us. And speaking of incredible talent, great segue to Flavio. Flavio Espinoza is a senior full stack engineer currently in Salt Lake City. He's worked with enterprises such as Nike, eBay, Apple, and Solar City. I had to push him to brag about himself, and I think now he's doing a much better job. And so Flavio is going to share with us his experience with Braintrust so far.
So I thought about this last night, so stick with me because I think it'll come back. My friends, two of my homies, right, they're on Discord, or not on Discord, they're on that dating app Hinge. Well, one of them meets this girl and they go out, but she's not really feeling him, but she opens up and says, I'm like a guy in his 40s who maybe has kids because I have kids. He goes, well, you should meet my friend Brad, our other homie. And he's also on Hinge, but I was like, wouldn't it be cool to have a wingman sort of thing where you could just, say, if I'm not what you're looking for, maybe this person is. And that's what, I think Braintrust is. It's like we're all trying to, create a relationship with a company, but we're not alone. I mean, you're all my wingman and wingwomen, now it's wingman. You're all my wingman, and it's like another thing is when you go for a job, like say, like we were doing a proposal reviews the other day, and you look at the job, there were 3 or 4 proposals for this one job, and everybody who was going for that job was in the proposal review. But given that most companies have more than one role, there was no like vitriol or animus or any kind of toxic stuff there. It was all love and it was good. So like I told Shirley the other day, pie crust always makes the pie, right? It's the foundation. Whatever pie crust you guys have, it's working. Like my mom would put salt and vinegar in her pie crust, and that's why her pies were always the best. I mean, we're the filling, but you're all the foundation, and I never feel abandoned out here. And even though, like, technically, I guess we're competing for stuff, I don't feel like that's what we're doing. We're all trying to help each other win. And, yeah. And it's awesome. And And it's just the community, Again, imagine a dating app where we're actually all trying to help each other find love. But that's not what your competition does. It's dog eat dog world, and they let the creepers in, or like let's say the talent that floods the talent pools with people who are bringing prices down and stuff. So, and crypto and DeFi are things I love, and found before this, and that's definitely something I can get behind. So that's it.
Thank you so much, Flavio. You've been monumental, even though you've only joined us for a couple months. Flavio, I forgot to mention really quickly, won a project with Nomina Partners on Braintrust Network. And he's been in every single proposal and profile review meetings, even though he doesn't need to anymore. So talk about a builder with us and an owner. Thanks so much for being here with us.
Right.
Thanks, Flavio. That was awesome. Appreciate it, man.
Exactly.
To introduce you to Vivek Singh. He is a blockchain architect and developer. I have so much respect for blockchain developers. It's just so interesting, this world that we live in. And Vivek recently won a job with Stardust. Vivek, please tell us your experience with Braintrust and how you won the job.
Yeah, hi everyone. I joined Braintrust in the month of February, and I remember, I got my first job within the first week of joining. So, I mean, there are so many opportunities in blockchain here, and I never find any shortage of opportunities here. So, I mean, I recently got to another job under blockchain role with another company, a blockchain startup. So, if you ask me like how I got this role, there are two aspects. First is the proposal. Proposal which I prepared, of course, it was matching the requirement. But yeah, I learned a lot of things, through the proposal review meetings, which were organized by Shirley and Patricia. And second part is the interview. So like in interview, I was quite honest, and they were looking for someone with multiple blockchain experience. And I did highlight my multiple blockchain experience, like I had experience with different blockchains. So that actually helped to get this job. So if you ask me for a tip, like, what worked actually, so I would say highlighting your best point, which matches the JD. So this is all worked for me. It's been amazing for me so far. And I mean, it's been few months now being on Braintrust. And I mean, the payments are amazing. Like they always pay on time, and I never had any issue with the payments. So, and one another thing which I like about Braintrust is like the screening process is amazing. It's so quick and simple. I mean, it's not like other platforms where we have to go through multiple tests. You have to spend a lot of weeks to get to the platform. So this is what I really liked. And last part, what I like is that platform, there's a lot of support available. There is an active community in Discord. So I have been to other platforms, but I've not seen such an active community in Discord or somewhere. So that's why I like Braintrust. Being in India, like I'm working for US companies, one of the top best companies here. So I'm excited about my new role. That's all from my side.
Thank you, Vivek. Really happy to have you. And, even though you've only been here since February, you've already referred talent into the network. I remember you pinging me, hey, can I bring on my friends? I think that's really awesome. And what I want to highlight here is Vivek is in Mumbai, India, and we are definitely a global company and working to bring on even more global roles. And I'm so glad that you're able to do so and found a project that you enjoy. And for all of those who are looking to join Braintrust, we do have a screening process, and the screening process is managed by our community screeners that I thanked earlier, right? And so if you want to get into that process, learn how people from approved talent, how they go through it, join our Discord. There is a channel specifically for you. It's actually called Become Braintrust Approved Talent. Make sure you join our public Discord link. For approved talent, if you're not already on Discord, join from your talent dashboard because you get to see some private channels for approved talent only. Otherwise, please join the public link and we can guide you through that screening process and tell you more about Braintrust and just get you part of the community as soon as possible. Okay, the other thing that we want to talk about, so Vivek and Flavio both mentioned community events, profile reviews, proposal reviews. The community exists to help you succeed, not just to get one job, but in your career. We want to build a long-term relationship with you. Hopefully you already can tell that we're really different from other platforms and marketplaces because we're really human-driven, human-centered. You're not just an email address to you. We will not abandon you, and I want to be your friend. So join our events. We have today is our public network update. We'll do this every month. We even have a Discord 101 session that Annalie is going to be hosting because we understand that Discord may be new to some folks. So we want to make sure that you succeed and are able to participate as much as you can in the community. And so all of our events are recurring. We're also scaling it out to community leaders and community mentors to take over so that events can be hosted, self-organized in various time zones and disciplines. So welcome to the community, and I hope to see you on Discord and beyond. Next, I'm going to pass on to a very special woman, Megan Conard. She heads our governance program and really makes us decentralized. Take it away, Megan.
Oh, thanks, Shirley. It's a good thing that you said decentralized. I was almost going to change the title of this section to decentralization, because in addition to governance, I'm also going to be talking about dispute resolution. And these two pieces are the cornerstone of how we have started to move on this journey towards decentralization. So Mark and I are on the infrastructure team, and it is really our mission to decentralize and give more ownership and control back to you all, the community. And so there's two initiatives that launched in July that we're extremely excited about. And the first one is governance. So it is officially launched and we're very excited about it. So governance is kind of an interesting thing. In traditional companies, a centralized hub makes decisions and then pushes those decisions out to their employees and clients and users and all those things. And they have to kind of just deal with whatever that decision was. But Braintrust, because it's decentralized, means that decisions are made collectively by the distributed community. And governance is the process through which we all participate and make that decentralization work. So it's a pretty exciting thing. I want to walk you through kind of the overview of the process here. I'm going to use an example. The governance is really designed to make big decisions about the network. And one of the big things about our network is our fee, 10% fee. So let's use an example of what it might be like to change our fee using the governance system. So always governance starts with an idea, and those ideas flourish and grow and thrive in our Discord community. So we invite you all to join Discord if you haven't already, and join our governance ideas channel. So you can start discussing ideas. We have some really good ones that are already starting to populate. We've got one idea that will likely be moving to the proposal stage soon as well. So in Discord, once we start to gather momentum, people kind of weigh in. Maybe one person saying like, hey, I saw that Upwork's charging 30% fees, and I think Braintrust should raise their fee. Then Adam will jump in and say, are you guys crazy? No, we want to keep fees low. And so different people from different perspectives are all going to weigh in until momentum kind of builds. Then once an idea kind of has reached that critical point, we're going to switch it over to a proposal where the community can start voting. So off-chain voting is the first step. It takes place on Snapshot, which is a tool for governance polling. And these votes have two phases. And a proposal must pass both in order to get to the next phase. So the first is a temperature check, and this is just a binary, yes, we should do this, no, we should not do this. If that passes, it goes to the consensus check, which is a multiple choice option. So should Braintrust fee be 10%? Should it be 9%? Should it be 11%? And then the community will kind of vote on more of an optional choice. If a proposal passes both and both kind of move through, then it goes to on-chain voting. On-chain voting happens actually on the Braintrust platform. So if you've seen on your left-hand nav that new option for vote, 4 little words, but or 4 letters, but such a big deal. This is where on-chain, on blockchain votes happen. And this is kind of an interesting thing. So proposals have the code written into them. So if it passes on the platform vote, it gets automatically implemented. The smart contract that's written on the blockchain will change, and we are able to get it live without kind of centralized coding, which is part of what makes this process so unique and special. So governance is new to almost every single person on this call. I'm pretty sure Gabe and Adam are like the only ones that are like really, really well versed in this. So we have prepared a plethora of documentation for you, making it really easy to start to get to know this process. So if you're interested in participating, I have 2 recommendations. The first thing is to go over to Discord and start talking about it in the governance channel. We're all here. We can walk you through process. We can help foster communication on it. The second thing is go to the Braintrust Academy course. So you're going to have to listen to this lovely voiceover on a lot of things, but don't worry, I try and make it at least a little bit interesting. So you're going to be able to dive really deep into the process using our Braintrust Academy course. So very exciting with governance. The next thing that we have launched in July is our official dispute resolution process. Now, my favorite thing about the dispute resolution process is that we don't really need it yet. So we have processed millions and millions of dollars through our network, and I think we've had about 7 disputes, and most of them have gotten solved with like a few back and forth emails. So the good news is that this isn't necessarily needed, but it is super, super helpful when we're talking about our distributed network. One of the things that you often hear with other talent networks is like, oh, well, the client's just always going to win. And at Braintrust, that's not the case. At Braintrust, it goes through a judicial process. There is a mechanism for people to say, this is my side of the story, and this is my side of the story, and here's why I think this. And then we can send it out to the community to vote. So because we are this distributed network, it's really a collective responsibility that we have to be good stewards of disputes on the platform. So this process is kind of the way that it works in terms of making the process a formal thing. So first and foremost, we always recommend direct communication. Talk it out amongst yourselves. Chances are we don't even have to get involved when you approach a conflict with openness and direct communication. The second thing is once there's kind of an impasse and we can't really move forward, what we do is we invite both stories or both sides of the story to create a claim that allows them to document what happened. And then there's a jury arbitrator who's community elected, and that person's going to walk both sides through the process. And if they identify things that are a little subjective, they're going to invite community members to weigh in on those subjective statements. So kind of the classic is, oh, their code quality wasn't very good. Well, there's a lot of ways to interpret that. Let's bring in some experts to figure out exactly like whether that's a true statement or reasonable or unreasonable. And then finally, once all of the information has been gathered, we have a community vote, and community jury members are made up of talent, freelance talent, client, Braintrust core team members, investors. Anybody can join the jury and provide a ruling on these specific votes. Which brings me to my next point. If you are interested in joining our jury, we're more than happy to have you join. I will be posting a form. So if you're interested and this process really appeals to you, you're really interested in making sure Braintrust remains decentralized, please fill out this form, join the jury, and I will be in touch with a training doc that kind of is another, voiceover in the Braintrust Academy, where you'll get to kind of learn about this process and the responsibilities associated. So thank you to the whole community that's been a part of building out this decentralized network, where we're not slowing down, we're not stopping. There is lots more in the pipe. The next kind of big thing that you're going to see coming out of the infrastructure team is our updated help center. So we have officially gotten the help center live. We have an amazing community member that has like redesigned done a redesign for us. So we're going to be implementing that redesign. So it's going to get easier and better to use. So like be on the lookout for a new and improved help center. And then also a public dashboard. So Suzanne asked this question earlier. How do I know how many approved talent are in the network? It's such a great question. And so we're just over 2,300. And then also the good news is that we're building out a dashboard that's going to have all of the kind of core metrics about our network going to be publicly available and in live time. And we're also like have a feature on there where you can ask for other pieces of information that you're looking for as well. So that's coming out in the very near future. We're excited to share that with you all. So thanks again.
Thank you, Megan. And Sheena, right before you start, I want to make a quick shout out to Taiwo and Thomas Lavora. You guys have been with us since day one, and I see you in the participants list. So I just want to say hi. All right, Sheena, take it away for product.
Hi, everyone. My name is Shrina, and I lead product here at Braintrust. And I want to start by introducing Lacey Silvagen. She recently joined as our director of design to basically lead the design practice, design product practice here at Braintrust. And we're really excited. Lacey's been on the team for a few weeks now, but is already having a huge impact in terms of how we explore, design, and build products. She wasn't able to join the call today, but I wanted you to see her name and recognize her face, because with Lacey on board, we're actually going to be able to incorporate you into our design process earlier. So you should expect to see hear from her on Discord and share where things are in the design process earlier in the process to gather your feedback and input before they go to development. I also want to share that we have a handful of opportunities on the product and design front here with Braintrust. So look out for projects on the platform and that we'll be sharing on Discord that are both long-term and full-time in nature, and more short-term in nature on the product and design front. If you are interested yourself or know anyone that is interested, please reach out to me directly and send them our way. Next, we want to cover a handful of features that are coming soon on the network. These are things that have been in the works for a while. Shirley, if you can tab down on the deck. The first thing is a new look and feel for the Braintrust wallet. This wallet will basically tell you how many B-Trusts you have, which is really important for all the governance and voting features that Megan and team were just talking about. And it'll also give you visibility into your B-Trust activity history. So how did you get that B-Trust and how can you use that B-Trust? Next, what we have coming is a new streamlined sign-up experience that is centralized, where all you need is an email to sign up for the platform to get in and start exploring. And then a simple questionnaire that new participants, whether they're talent or not, will fill out so we can get a better sense of what brought you to Braintrust, why are you here, what's your role, what kind of jobs are you interested in, so that we can better tailor and customize your experience and get you fast track through the approval process and get you to the jobs that are most interesting and relevant for you quickly. And then last, but certainly not least, is a new talent profile. We have been talking about this for months. This is a new experience to create and manage your profile in your account. And this is dev complete and we are in testing right now. Next week, we're going to be debuting a program where you can help us alpha and beta test this experience and find and bash bugs. So look out for that as we launch that next week. We're really, really excited to get this new streamlined experience out to create and manage your profile. And then going into August, there's a few things that we are working on. First, we know we're launching a new sign up experience and onboarding experience, but this is just the first step. We're just starting to scratch the surface. We're going to be really exploring how can we make this experience better, and how can we better guide you to create a profile and get set up and ready to submit proposals and interview and apply to jobs. So phase 1 is going live soon, but we're going to continue to do exploration and iteration on how we can continue to make this experience better. And the other thing that we're really excited to kick off is figuring out how we can transform the job discovery experience for you. Patrick, we are working on matching. It's on the roadmap. As Patrick mentioned, we are signing new clients that are posting more jobs on the platform every single day. And we want to make it easier for you to find quickly the job that is best for you. So that'll mean giving you more tools to explore the jobs that are on our network, pushing forward the information that is most important to you to help you understand if you are a good fit for that job, and then pushing jobs to you that are good, that we think you're a good fit for. So we'll be kicking off a lot of user research and exploration on how we can make our job discovery experience different than what you see at other platforms. We don't want you to have to plow through hundreds of jobs to find the right one. We want it to be quick and simple and know enough about you and enough about the job to be able to recommend a short curated list that you can apply to the best job right away.
Thank you so much, Sheena. And once again, Sheena joins us and she has so much on her plate. Again, we're user-owned network. So if you have suggestions, feedback, we have Discord channels specifically for that. So make sure you ping us and share with us how you think we can make your experience better on the platform. Thank you, Sheena. Next, we have Barbara from marketing.
Hi, everyone. So last week, Braintrust launched its first large-scale research report. And so what we're going to do today is go over some of those really interesting findings. We are going to do a quick little questionnaire survey for everyone on this call. So while you go ahead and just take a quick 4-question quiz, I'm going to tell you a bit about the Knowledge Work Demand Index. We analyzed over 360,000 job openings in Q2 across 600 plus different enterprises. And those enterprises are from the S&P 500 and Forbes Cloud 100 list. So some really large enterprises in both tech and non-tech industries. And out of that data, we were able to identify 150,000 open knowledge worker positions. And then we decided to deep dive into those to understand what trends are going on in hiring. In addition to that, we also surveyed over 800 knowledge workers, some of which are on this call today, and some that are not even part of the Braintrust talent community, to really understand what knowledge workers want out of their work. So let's go ahead and take a look at those results and go through some of these findings. Shirley, if you don't mind revealing. Awesome. So the first question, how many knowledge worker job openings are tech roles? Some of you must have read the Knowledge Work Demand Index. 1 out of 3 is correct. So about 29% of open jobs were in tech. What is tech? That's data science, product engineering, and design. So most of you who are on this call fall within that. You are high in demand. And what that means is you have leverage to be specific about what types of work you want to do and what you want out of your job. The next question, half of tech roles are being hired for outside of the tech industry. That is also true. Outside of the tech industry, enterprises in industrial and consumer industries are trying to hire the most tech talent. What that means is you have greater access to a variety of jobs working on products that interest you. Namely, let's call out Tesla was the 2nd ranked company hiring the most tech talent. The third question here, how many open knowledge worker roles are hiring remote first? 14% was what you voted for. And guess what? That's incorrect. Only 6%, that's just 3 out of 50 roles are hiring as remote first. And that is crazy, right? I think the media right now is buzzing about so many companies going remote, but that's not translating into remote first jobs. So the good news for you though, is on Braintrust, we are offering so many different opportunities to work remote first. And out of those 6%, the highest amount of roles were in tech that were being hired for remote first. But yeah, 6% is great. Great in terms of there's a ton of opportunity for that number to grow. And we actually predict that that number is going to grow over the course of the next year. And then the last question, what is the top freedom people want from work? I mean, you guys answered it best. Freedom of location was the top choice. And what's interesting is actually 85% of the talent that we surveyed who are in full-time roles right now are interested in going freelance. So I'm curious if you guys want to drop in the comments, what's important to you? What do you guys want out of work outside of location? Why are you freelancing? Would love to see your responses right now. And then if you guys are interested in helping us spread the word about the Knowledge Work Demand Index, we really would love your support. Please click to tweet. We're going to drop a link right now, share the study. We would love for you to help us spread the word about this interesting research about the trends in hiring right now.
Thank you, Barbara. And the reason why we want you to click to tweet, we asked you to share things about Braintrust is because we rely on word of mouth for building our network, right? And having people like you attracting similar caliber people is how the Braintrust network grows. And so, you know, it's not some vanity metric, not just like having people talk to us on Twitter. It actually matters. This is where clients are looking. This is where investors are looking. We're opening up to the crypto community. This is where they live. So actually promoting our information, you know, the Knowledge Worker Demand Index and talking about Braintrust on Twitter helps grow the network materially. So that's how you see us asking you to do these things. It's not just for fun, it's actually helping us build. So please click that link, click to tweets, and it doesn't matter how many followers you have, we just want to see your support. All right, so speaking of, how can you participate in the Braintrust network? A few things, action items. We are always looking for community screeners. We want to make sure that we represent a diverse group of a global community. Our screeners are from all corners of the world. I think we have 20 or 30 or so different community screeners. These people, it's not like we have one or two people holding the keys to coming into the community. It's across the world, it's you approved talent, all disciplines, engineering, product, design. If you're interested, ping Annalie on Discord. We're looking for Discord contributors, people to talk more about interesting subjects, connect with community members, engage with people. We're looking for community mentors. If you're a seasoned freelancer, if you think you can provide value to people who just became freelance or looking to upskill, we're looking for trainers in the community. And of course, as Megan said, we're looking for jury arbitrators for dispute resolutions and governance. And finally, if you are still not approved yet and looking to join Braintrust as an approved talent, join our Discord. We've made a special channel for you, Become Approved Talent, where we will help you along the way to get you to that approved mark. With that said, I want to thank you everyone so much for joining us today. We are going to answer probably one or two questions that we have time for. And I'm going to just go over a few questions that people had already submitted in. So, can Braintrust help me find clients, and what are the winning strategies to get hired? So again, this is through our training events that we host that's recurring. Yes, once you join Braintrust, you become approved. Everyone's welcome to these training meetings. And then a question from a community member. I've seen some of the news jobs are contract to hire. How does that impact Braintrust long term if talent keeps becoming employees? Who would like to take this one?
I can take that one, Shirley. For us guys, we consider that somewhat of a win for both sides. At the end of the day, we're really trying to connect you guys with jobs that you guys want. And our clients have demand for not only contractors and freelancers, but they also have demand for people they want to build relationships with. And so that's why we have no fees for conversion, number one. So we don't charge our clients any money or you to convert to a full-time. And we really do position this with the clients as a kind of a, it depends on if it's a mutual fit, right? We don't say, look, we're going to commit to this. This person's definitely going to come on. We set expectations with our clients up front. Look, if there's a fit and you guys both feel like there's a mutual agreement, then yeah, feel free. You guys can hire this person, bring them on full time, and we would consider that a win at the end of the day. It doesn't really happen all that often, guys, to be honest. Only about 15% of our engagements actually end in a contract to hire scenario. But no doubt we are seeing some more demand from our clients that really want to use us as a way not only to do some staff aug and supplement some of the skill gaps they have for projects, but they also see that our talent's incredibly valuable. And that you guys are doing great work, and they want to hire you too. So it's kind of the best of both worlds for you guys that are looking for something more long-term, and for those that are looking for simple, short-term, fun projects to work on.
Thank you, Patrick. Last question that I'm going to answer live is, for whatever reason, if candidates get rejected through the screening process, can you reapply, and how do you improve yourself? So absolutely, we encourage you to reapply after a few months, and we try to give feedback as to the reason for not being able to accept you at this moment. But we want you to still be involved, build a network. If Braintrust Network is something, the philosophy and our mission is interesting to you, we want you around in our community, approved talent or not. Let's build a long-term relationship here. So with that, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. I appreciate you spending time with us on a Friday. Wishing everyone a wonderful weekend, and let's continue our conversation on Discord. Have a great day.